gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm on a Sony lot, eating a lot of chips, stacking a lot of guap. If I get it the pop.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, get set. 32 Stinger.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. You look at this Buffalo defense, and they're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Well, 2 is going to change things up. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 48 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Braxton Berrios, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central, it's James Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Good-looking run there by Cook as he picks up a 1st down. And he's established himself now as one of the best backs in the NFL, finishing in the top 5 in rushing last year for the first time in his career.
In motion goes the tight end. They run again on 1st down. Cook. A solid stiff arm. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Jet sweep. Here's Shakir. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir, His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Second and 12.
Ready.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Still on his feet. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ray Davis with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Ready. 20 TX. Watson Oscar. Solo left Zion. Out.
Now Tua. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got it to about the 40. You talk about this Miami defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 20. Punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
TX.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Up the middle, Achane. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down. The Dolphins had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these 2 probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Here's 3rd and 9. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Dorian Williams who got there for the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Fielded just inside the 20. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. To the air, Allen. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Amari Cooper, 64 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Dolphins 7. Sam Martin set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2nd and 6.
Yeah, ready.
Tua going to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jake Bailey now. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Allen going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 72 yards. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Really good job there of understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there. And that's something Kincaid did plenty of throughout his impressive rookie campaign that saw him surpass 600 receiving yards. Yes, we knew he was a reliable pass catcher coming out of college. Now we think he can ascend to another level.
To throw, it's Allen. That's the rookie from Florida State, Keon Coleman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Called that a very strong gain of 24. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had him for a second. But the razzle-dazzle will not work out. It's 2nd down. Now Allen again. That'll be complete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. 1 second, all that remains. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
What a way to start the second half. These guys are showing no signs of letting up. They have a chance to take a decided advantage with this possession.
Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Allen. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Allen going to change this at the line. Off the play fake. Allen flushed out right. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Here's Allen to throw it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So nothing doing there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Throw left side to Kincaid. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Cook. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Allen maybe with a free play. Flush to his right. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run for it with Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
From the gun, it's Allen. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Allen off the play fake. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. A very solid gain of 27. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Now Allen going to change it up.
56.
Now they send a running back in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. James Cook, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Here's Davis. He'll try and run some clock. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Half 85. 36-yard line.
Hey, tight.
On play action, Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Throwing now is Allen. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Now it's 2nd and 10. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's Tua. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question.
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere,